Comrades, there comes a time when you build a kit that's just a ton of fun, and it moves around in the box a lot, but the Kamiki Burning Gundam kit really was a lot of fun to build, but let's see how it stacks up in the review. It's time for After Report. Okay, comrades, so right off the rip, I want to first talk about the box art here, because I don't normally do this a whole lot, but the box art for this kit really kind of sells it for me. That was one of the reasons why I picked up this kit, is because the box art just looked beautiful to begin with, but I had seen my buddy Mirage build this thing, and I'll tell you right now, it was a really fun build for him, so I had to get my hands on it. But looking at the box art here, it sold me real quick on why I needed this kit. Normally, I don't pick up a whole lot of kits for, for this from this series, because I'm not a huge fan of the build series. Just because there's just so much out there and there's so many just odd designs. But this one kind of stuck out to me. So the box art itself really does sell the kit for me. It's really bright, really just it shows the kit in a great pose, and that made me wonder, how good was this kit compared to the box art here? And to the price range, which was in the mid-20s for me, I want to say. I want to say I paid like $25, $26 for this. So let's get it out of the box now, and let's take a look at the kit. Okay, so right off the rip here, guys, this is the full kit in its entirety, and as you can see, just a really, really well-designed look here. Beautiful coloration here. We get some interesting decals here that you had to kind of work into certain spots, but other than that, they worked out really well. Not a whole lot of decal work aside from a few, striping, a little bit of striping here, and some, you can kind of see the decals kind of popping out a little bit here. That is not panel lining, that is actually the stickers themselves. The face itself has a pretty interesting sticker setup here. Nothing out of the ordinary though, as you can see kind of right there with the eyes. They have a really interesting design to them. You do have some tiny decals here in the back of the head. You can almost make it out right there, that little bit of clear blue color right up here at the top. But other than that, decal wise, it's not a very like sticker heavy kit. There were like a few pieces here and there I had to do. But let's talk about the design of this, guys. And first off, I love the inclusion of the clear plastic parts here as well. So detail work, that really works out for me real well. Detailing is always a huge thing for me there. So with decals and detailing, it really kind of made this kit stand out here, especially with like I said, the clear plastics here. That really made this kit kind of stand out here. Color wise, I love the color combination. Again, red, white, and blue with a little bit of yellow thrown in there. Typical of your standard like Hero Gundam or main Gundam that's going to be in the series. However, this one does have a lot more red in it than the blues and the whites and all that, and that kind of stands out a little more to me as well. Throwing a little more red in there always makes it kind of pop, makes it kind of just feel a little more like it's a physical suit, much like Shining Gundam, I think, was another one that had a little bit of red to it, but not a whole lot there with that. This is the Kamiki Burning Gundam, by the way, guys, and this is from the Build Fighters Try series. I don't know if I've said that already. I think I said that in the intro, but we'll say that one more time just to be sure. Now let's look, let's look at some of the detail work here, guys, and you can see here really well designed details here. I'll pull off one of these hands here to kind of give you some ideas here, just how well they did the detailing there. There we go. As you can see, they're just really well detailed, really well designed, just a beautiful piece. Again, not a newer kit, but one that has some really good designs here. We'll look at the back a little bit now. Let's look at the back details. As you can see, there's some spaces here that could probably use a little bit of paint, use a little bit of coloration there. The sword itself could have used some color separation, but again, with it being a single piece, I think I can do a little detail work later on. Maybe paint the blade, paint the hilt here. I was trying to think of the word to use, but it was drawing a blank on me there. The tang, all of that needs to be kind of like just done in a certain color pattern, and they give you kind of a color code there in the book to use. But all in all, just great colors, just a great color scheme here. You can see where it does need a little paint to kind of touch up a few spots, but I mean, it's a great kit regardless of that, just by looks alone. So as you can see here, the clear parts also work out well on the top of the shoulder there. That was a really nice inclusion there to throw those in there. And we've got some interesting plastic work there on the chest as well. I like that kind of inclusion in the cockpit there. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about posability with this kit. Now, posability wise, we do get some pretty good posing up until here. The shoulders are gonna pop out. This kind of design here was done with a interesting ball joint set. Instead of using like the standard shoulders there, we get a kind of flexible shoulder that gives you some foldability there. As you can see, it's kind of there. I'll do it from the front and back there. The chest does move, the shoulders do move here on the armor. However, if you're wanting to get that wide, that kind of flexed arm pose that you can get with some kits, that's not happening here. That's about as much of the flexibility as you can get there. Any higher up, and it's going to come right out. So any kind of like superposing or anything like that, you definitely might want to look at a different joint system if you want to like mod this a little bit yourself. Other than that, that's not bad. It does have a pretty interesting range of motion here when it comes down to the splits. That is probably the widest split I've seen from a kit, and it builds off of the God Gundam system, and I really do like it. I really do like the posability of this kit, aside from those shoulders and aside from a couple of other issues I've kind of noticed here as I play with this. Shoulder wise, it's not a pretty bad setup for the shoulders. I will say it looks like the armor does kind of run into some issues here and there, but it's more or less like right now I'm noticing an issue with the shoulder armor not going back in place, and that could be just a hang up somewhere. But again, as you just saw right there with me messing with it a little more and playing with it, that shoulder joint right there is not a great, it's not a great shoulder joint. I don't like it too much. We do have a pretty good rotation on that joint, which is nice. But as far as it goes, like if you really wanted to pose this kit out in any way, it's going to take some modding just to keep those shoulders from like popping out when you want to do like a really strong pose. Now, I will say that it does have some, other than that shoulder issue, the joints on this are really well done. As you can see here, we can get a full leg flex to kind of wind up a kick there. Ankle joint is really on point there. We can do so many different poses here with that ankle joint. You can kind of, and you can see it's a full twist joint too, so we can twist that ankle sideways. Something you wouldn't see naturally, but you know, still a beautiful design. We can twist the leg almost completely around in there. That's really good. That's solid joint work. So, like I said, other than shoulders, I don't have too many complaints about posability. Now, this is the fun thing for me, is all of these accessory pieces here, guys. All of these beautiful accessory pieces. We get so many different hands to choose from here. You've got the closed fist. You've got the fist that can hold the sword, because that's the only weapon it's going to come with aside from that. And then we get my favorite pieces here, which are these beautiful, beautiful flame effects that we get to put on the back to kind of give it a back effect there. I love the fact that they used a clear plastic with that, and I'm hoping, I don't think I've got that on the right shoulder. Let me see, because that didn't feel like it was going in right. That may have been right. I may have had that right. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like that. Okay, yep, I had it right. I was just not forcing it in properly. Let's see. Looking at the picture. I have to look at the picture here just to make sure. Yep, that's going in right now. I always look at my pictures just to make sure I'm posing it properly. But if you look here, as it's super easy to get in. Again, I'm having to take that shoulder off just because it's going in, but that shoulder is causing such a that shoulder kind of gets in the way when you're trying to lock that in properly. But there's one of my favorite things here. Look at how this makes the kit look. It really does give it a bonus look here. We can go ahead and take some of these hands off here just to kind of show them off a little bit. That's not even the right hand that I just took off, so we'll go ahead and... I just realized that I grabbed the wrong... I just took the wrong hand off, but that's okay. Let's see, is this the... Yep, okay, so we can go ahead and swap out both hands there. Both the closed fists there. For that, that adds an extra, like I said, a little nice little bonus there to the kit. Now we have a knife hand here where you can do some karate posing and things like that. Or here's our katana. We can take that and slide that gently into the hand, or we can take the hand apart. Your call. But as you can see here, we have some like I said, that shoulder. That shoulder is really a pain. The neck also is a little bit loose in there as well, I'm noticing. But as you can see here, I was going to try to pose it for you a little bit there, but that shoulder is just not going to work for me today. They tried to make up for it, I see. They tried, but try as they might, that shoulder is just not going to allow for much posability. But as you can see here, and I'll turn the katana sideways, the hand holds the katana pretty well. Easy to get in and out, just a little bit of force needed to kind of take it out. Or you can take the... You can kind of take the hand apart to slightly open it up enough to pry that back out. Again, really good accessories to have here. And we also get punch effects here as well. I was trying to put the katana away. So these accessories really do come pretty well detailed here. Here is a punch accessory here, and the hands themselves, it doesn't really matter. We can put on a punch accessory here, and they give us little flame effects, so I'll put one on just to kind of show y'all here. But as you can see here, we get a nice little flame effect to add to our funness here. Really, really fun. Really great designs here for this kit. Just a ton of fun. They even give us a kick effect, which I haven't played with enough yet to really know how to master it on the foot. But here is that kick effect. It goes on the foot. Easy to put together and easy to take apart. So Bandai, hats off to y'all. Y'all made a really fun kit with this one. The kick effect does come with little, as you can see there, little holes to plug in these same little effects here. So if you wanted to throw in a little flame effect to show that kick in motion there it is right there, guys. Just a really well done flame effect. Again, I'm thinking that it goes on the foot, kind of around the ankle there. I'm not too terribly sure. I haven't played with it enough yet to kind of figure that out. But let's see if we can get it on there. I want to see if I can get it on there, because I want to say the instructions would probably teach me better than me just trying to figure it out. So looking at the instruction manual here, guys, the instruction manual is really well done. As you can see, shows off the effects, how to set up the effects and all that, and you can build it custom and all that. Just really well designed, really well read out instructions too. I didn't feel lost in those. Okay, so to put the effect on, you kind of just angle the ankle down a little bit, and then this part kind of goes on the bottom of the foot, I want to say. Right around here. I don't know, let me look. Like I said, I haven't played with this too much to kind of figure it out, but we'll kind of work with it a little bit to see. It doesn't quite work out for me right now. It's not working out for me right now. Just I need a little more time to learn how to mess with this thing. Is it from the side, maybe? I think it's from... Okay, it's from the side. I see now. That's why it's not lining up. It's because I didn't have it in the right way. I was trying to put it on one way, and it needs to go from the side there. I'm thinking. I don't know. The instructions are clear, but I'm just having a hard time, like, lining up the parts. But you can kind of put it on there just to kind of give you an added, like, kick effect there. Just a Really cool little look there. But not a terrible looking piece there. I mean, as you can see, you can pose it a little bit with that kick. Oh, that's a bummer. The hip just came or the waist just came loose from me trying to pose it, but that's just from me putting too much pressure there. Again, posability is not a real issue here. It's just trying to get those parts to move whenever you want them to without everything else moving. There we go. So I don't know if I'm doing, I don't think I'm doing the leg right there, but holding it in place real quick, you can kind of see that really gives it a nice little effect. And then I want to show off that punch so bad, but that shoulder joint really doesn't allow a lot of freedom, so you have to kind of bend the elbow to get that punch going good. But as you can see there, that's really just the brunt of the effects there. They're really cool to have. Again, only complaints I have is some of the joints on this are loose. But these little bonus pieces and bonus effects and all that really do add to make this kit a beautiful, beautiful kit. A really well-designed kit too, aside from a couple, like I said, a couple of small joint issues there. Like some of the joints feel really loose, especially like in the torso area where you saw as I tried to bend it to get that kick kind of lined up, it didn't quite do it too well. The leg effect, the kick effect, that's just user error on my part. We'll get that figured out eventually, because I really feel like I could learn that a little better just by playing with, just from playing with it enough. Okay. So apparently there is a, yep, that's where I messed up. That goes into the foot. Okay. When doing this, this goes into the foot to hold it in place, and as you can see now, we have a very stable kick to do there. So just all in all, fun looking kit, fun design kit. Let's get a hand back on there so that looks more like a complete Gundam. There we go. And really no real major issues in the build. I didn't have too many problems with the build. The build was very easy to do. Not a whole lot of struggling on the on building. Parts wise, like I said, you get a ton of these little like flame effects in different sizes here that really kind of add the bonus effects there. But just a great kit altogether, guys. With that being said, comrades, that's it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week as I review the RX-79G Easy 8 kit, which I built Sunday. So guys, come check it out. This is from the 8th MS team, one of my favorite miniseries of all time. So come check this one out next. Definitely gonna be a fun build. But that's it, comrades, for today's video. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all check out the link tree in my description for the my socials as well as my merch shop, where you can snag some KBG merch to help support the channel. Each purchase goes towards building a fund to buy a Gundam, so you guys are helping me out a lot with that. Also, guys, go check out my sponsor, Dubby. Dubby makes an amazing energy drink that's clean, really good for you, doesn't leave you feeling jittery, and on top of that, no sugar. It's a no sugar energy drink. They have a patented neurofactor that helps you keep focused the whole time. Doesn't leave you feeling like you're like lost whenever you're doing something. I usually drink the Monkey Madness when I do my Gundam builds as well. That's their newest flavor. It keeps me hydrated. But guys, don't spend full price on a carton of Dubby. Don't do that. Guys, I'm here to save you some money today by using my coupon code KOULDBAYNE for 10% off your purchase. Again, that is KOULDBAYNE for 10% off your purchase. But anyway, comrades, that's it for today's video. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Much love, and das vidanya.